Hello, good morning. Today we are doing Chapter 9, Lesson 9. It is for you, I need to think. You're doing this on April 28th, I think. Pretty sure, yeah, April 28th. Okay, so April 28th, 2020, this is Chapter 9, Lesson 9. Today we are estimating decimal quotients. The squealing is my heater. Not a little scared rodent or anything like that. No scared rodents here. And that would be on page 310. Open up if you have not opened up already. Remember that estimating is often kind of tricky, so pay special attention as I explain. Skip a line and start right here. I'm looking at the top of page 310, and I see the instructions. First, write the decimal point in the quotient. Decide in which place the first non-zero digit of the quotient begins. That's simple. Then find the first non-zero digit of the quotient, and then just write zeros for the rest of it. So basically, it's like lazy long division is what I would say. 1 second, sorry. The weather isn't agreeing with my allergies. So watch this, guys. You're gonna love it, I think. So just imagine you're doing the exact same thing you did on our last lesson. So we have 0 and 234 thousandths divided by 6. Okay, so in our last lesson, the first thing you did was you brought the decimal right up. Okay, so you're doing that the same. Then you do 6 goes into 0 0 times, 6 goes into 2 0 times, 6 goes into 23. Excuse me, 3 times, and that's it. Okay, once you get that, that's your answer. Isn't that pretty cool? It's an estimate. It's not an exact answer. So then it says just put zeros above the rest. And now write your answer as your estimated answer. So I shouldn't put an equal sign. I should put a little curly equal sign, which means about. Is going to be 0.03. I expect you to write it proper. So you found the first non-zero digit, you filled the rest of the spots in with zeros, but then you write it proper. You don't write any floating zeros. In a decimal number, you just write 300ths there. 3 is 746 thousandths divided by 8. So bring the decimal right up. 8 goes into 7 0 times, 8 goes into 74, 9 times, and that's it. Fill in the rest with zeros, and now just write that proper. So get rid of the floating zero. The answer should be 900ths. 5, 872 thousandths divided by 4. Bring the decimal straight up. 4 goes into 0 0 times, 4 goes into 8 2 times, and that's it. Put zeros in the rest of the spots, and then make that proper by writing just 2/10. 7, 6, and 566 thousandths divided by 7. Bring the decimal straight up, and then 7 goes into 6 0 times. 7 goes into 65 9 times, because 7 times 9 is 63. And then put zeros above the other digits to complete it. Just make it proper by getting rid of your floating zeros and make it 9/10. Why don't we see what you get here? Go ahead and do 9. Hold on 1 second. We'll write it down together. So 9 is 3 and 295 thousandths divided by 8. 11 is 29 and 506 thousandths divided by 3, and then 13 is 12 and 688 thousandths divided by 4. Do all of them, pause the video, and then I'm going to go really fast. As I go really fast, just check if you got them right and if you did them correctly. All right, so I'm going to do these really fast now. So decimal goes up. 8 goes into 3 0 times, 8 goes into 32 4 times. We got 0, 0. That is going to be 4/10 for this one. I should circle all of these. Okay, here. 3 goes into 2 0 times. Decimal goes straight up. And then 3 goes into 29 9 times. And then we get 0, 0, 0. But our estimate should just be 9. Excuse me. Not 0.9. It should be 9. Because that's a 9. And then here we have decimal goes straight up. 4 goes into 1 0 times. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 0, 0, 0. But that should be 3. Did you get these right? Okay. If not, maybe you want to rewatch some of the ones I already went over. Skip to 21. 21 is just giving you a problem lined up horizontally. You need to turn it into a, put the one in the house. So put the dividend in the house. Put 874, the first number in the house, and then make that divided by 5. Then do the same thing. So decimal goes straight up. 5 goes into 0, 0 times. 5 goes into 8 once. And that's it. Put zeros for the rest of them. But then just get rid of your floating zeros by rewriting this as 1/10. Our next set of instructions on page 311 say use compatible numbers. And then we read, to estimate decimal quotients using compatible numbers, think of nearby numbers that are compatible and divide. Gotta use some creativity here, okay? Math is very creative, even though sometimes we think of it as not being a very creative academic subject. Look at 29. 2 and 302 thousandths divided by 4. Oh my. Snap that lid. Okay. People. Compatible numbers. For you to do this, you first need to bring the decimal up, and then you need to ignore the decimal. So imagine that's not 2 and 302 thousandths, but imagine that's 23. What could you change 23 to make it a compatible number? What do I mean by compatible number? I mean it's a number that's divisible by 4 directly. So what's the closest multiple of 4 that's closest to 23? 24 is. So then you can rewrite this as 24, or let's say this. You can rewrite this as 24. And you can just forget about the rest, or estimating. And now you can just divide by 24. So 4 goes into 2 0 times, and 4 goes into 24 6 times, and then that'll be your estimate. Let's do a few more. That might be a little bit confusing. Because it's new, just because it's new. So 4 and 351 thousandths divided by 7. Like I said, bring the decimal straight up, begin with, okay? And then go ahead and begin. So 7 fits into 4, 0 times. But look at this, okay? What can we change this to? Don't think 4.3, think 43. What can you change 43 to be a multiple of 7? That's right, 42. So then do 7 goes into 42 6 times, and that's your answer. That's your good estimate. 33. 3 and 756 thousandths divided by 6. So bring the decimal straight up. Look at these guys. What can you change that to? What's 37? It's 37 right now. What can you change that to be divisible by 6? 36. And then 6 goes into 36. 6 goes into 3 0 times. 6 goes into 36 6 times. Let's do a few. I'll let you do them on your own and then see if you get them right. 29 and 361 thousandths divided by 7. 37 is 63 and 16 thousandths divided by 8. And then 39 I'm just going to do right here. 39 is 1 and 339 thousandths divided by 31. Those are a little bit harder. We might need to do a few of those together. I'll do this one together with you, but do these ones now, okay? Don't do that one yet. Pause the video and do those. Okay, let's see what you got. Decimal goes straight up. 7 fits into, well, let's change this. So 29, let's change to 28. Did you change it to 28? And then 7 fits into 2, 0 times. 7 fits into 28 4 times. And then 4 would be our answer. Here, bring the decimal straight up. Let's change 63 to 64. 8 fits into 6 0 times. 8 fits into 64 8 times. So that's what I got there. All right, I told you not to do this one yet because it's a little bit harder. So we have 31, and we have this. Change it. Change 31 to 30. Change 133. See, you can't change 13 only because 30 does not fit into 13. But change 133 to 120. Okay? 30 fits into 120 4 times because 3 fits into 12. That's not very visible, but 3 fits into 12 4 times, so 30 fits into 120 4 times. That's your estimate. So you can change the divisor as well as the dividend. Oh, I forgot to bring the decimal up. Excuse me, guys. So decimal needs to go straight up. And then I need a 0 here as a placeholder, so it should be like that. Okay, sorry about that. 41. 3 and 128 thousandths divided by 62. So just even this out by making it 60. And then you can't just do 3, you can't just do 31, you got to do all of this. Change 312, bring the decimal straight up, but change 312 to 300. And now 60 fits into 3 0 times, 60 fits into 30 0 times, 60 fits into 300. Okay, well 6 fits into 30 5 times, so 60 fits into 300 5 times. That'd be your answer there. 43. 62 and 158 thousandths divided by 28. What should we change this to? Round it up. Change 28 to 30. And now 30, you can change 62 to 60. Bring the decimal straight up. And 30 fits into 6 0 times. 30 fits into 60 2 times. So 2 is your answer. Let's just do one more. Do 40, what was that one? Oh, that was 43. Do 45. And we'll see if we get the same answer. So I'll have you pause the video here. It's 461 and 651 thousandths divided by 53. Okay, change your compatible numbers and divide. Don't forget your decimal. Pause the video and do it. All right, so bring that decimal straight up. 53 should change to 50. 461 should change to 500. Or 450. 450 would actually be closer. I got a little bit excited and I did 500. 450 would be closer because 461 is closer to 450 than it is to 500. And then 50 fits into 4 0 times. 50 fits into 45 0 times. 50 fits into 450. Well, 5 fits into 45 9 times. So that means 50 fits into 450 9 times. So the best estimate for 45 would be 9. Did you get that? If you changed this to 500, you would have gotten 10. 9 is closer because 450 is closer to 461. Okay, well, God bless you. Go ahead and do your homework. Make sure you check it before turning it in. Talk to you soon. Bye.